Alright, two Z's in the pod. My name is zin-zeta. I have my good friends Nick, Lewis, and Mark Clarke with me. Today we're going to be talking about a lot of gay shit. Now, the reason we're doing this is because if you guys remember my first episode, my cousin was here sitting to the left of me, and there were a lot of gay topics brought up that day, and a big topic was a big concept that I brought up was that no one is 100% gay, no one's 100% straight, and no one's 100% bi. So that's just where I am. And what I mean by that is that everyone has something. Every straight person has something that another straight person would argue makes him a little gay. So when I brought that up, they were like, "Oh, you know, you're speaking for yourself, blah, blah." You know how it is with a lot of straight niggas. So what else was brought up? That was like, one of them said that he didn't like that I used pause, and I said that I used it because I felt like I had to with him because he was like, he seemed to be like homophobic about some things. So it's just certain questions that I have for you guys that I want to clear up. Like, oh, and I got a call from someone, one of my boys from elementary school, who he's straight, but he was like, "Hey, I heard your podcast, and this, I don't know, this seems like it has to be coincidental." Well, you have me on social media. Yeah. He says that on social media, every time he goes to my page, it seems like I'm bashing gay people. And I'll give you an example on the example he gave me. He said you posted one time, and he said one of your posts was, "If you call your girl bro, you might as well come out the closet." and I was like, and so to you guys, when you guys hear that, what do you take from that? Like, I wrote, "If you call your girl bro, you might as well come out the closet." What do you think I'm trying to do with that?
Okay, well, first, people have to realize that everything has to be taken in the context of what it is in.
Okay.
So if the context of your posts are lighthearted, and those who are following you understand that, then I can understand where there might be a confusion. But in this day and age, a lot of context is lost to things being said. You know, within the gay community, we say to each other, "Oh, he's such a faggot," or whatever.
That's a good point.
In the African American community or the people of color POC community.
When you say he's such a faggot, you're not referring to him being gay, right? You're referring to the way he's acting, right?
It has.
Or do you refer, like, because you said he's such a faggot?
Yeah, it's like the word bitch.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes I'm like, "Hey bitch," I'm not calling her a bitch,
right,
or him a bitch. I'm just saying, like, "Hey, how are you?"
Okay.
It's only, like, I feel like sometimes the association with certain words and certain things, that's where the confusion lies, or like that's where the association with certain things, that's where that lies. Because I can say, using the word bitch, I can use it in different contexts and different ways, and it means just certain things.
So mine being straight, if I told your homegirl, "Hey bitch, what's up? What's going on, bitch?"
I would hope for
Hey, what up, bitch?
I would hope for proper decorum. You don't. Okay.
Yeah.
So once again, context is king.
Yeah, it's
context.
right?
Yeah, context. Now, just to go back
also
to
delivery, right?
True.
Like, I was like, cause I was talking, like, there are a lot of words that aren't bad words, like like curse words, that can be taken way like more offensively than the curse words. For instance, like, if I say, let's say you have a homegirl, and I'm like, "Yo, that's a real bitch right there, yo. I'll fuck with her." You know what I mean? Or I just say, "Yo, that's a real bitch right there. She'd be mad real about shit." And or if I say, "Yo, that's a real lazy bitch."
Well,
you know what I mean? Like the insulting word there is lazy.
Yeah,
it's not bitch. But the fact that But the fact that I said she's a real bitch versus she's a lazy bitch,
yeah,
it's just like now you take bitch as extra because the word lazy was the true offensive word. But
that's the description. And we also have to look at the history of things. So just like how in like the African American community, like how, you know, white people can't use the N word, straight people kind of can't use the F word. So you have to keep that in context too.
Okay.
That, I mean, if you and
because like gay people were called faggots while being
look at the history of it, right? Look at, you know, and a lot of very derogatory words were created as a way to oppress. It became a title, a very oppressive title. So using, and just to loop it back real quick so we don't go off on a tangent, but to bring it back to your example, I as a gay person would not be offended by that, because you're not dropping the most offensive F-bomb word for us, and it's something that's, we're finding that a lot of things are now becoming fluid within our society as the LGBT community is becoming more accepted and integrated. Like, straight people go, oh, I mean, whenever I see Cardi B do it, I'm like, girl, stop. But I'm like, go ahead though, because look how far we've come, you know. A lot of gay language has now become adopted into the mainstream, and it's kind of like, wait a second, okay, is this is a good thing, you know? So just to kind of dovetail that.
What needs to change in society to you guys?
A lot. No.
Like off rip, what do you feel like? You can't accept that shit, or you know, you feel like something has changed and you want it to change more. Like,
I feel like maybe the generalizing over certain things. Like, I mean, I feel like as a society, like there's just too much generalizing, but I feel like when someone's like, oh, all gay people do this, it's like, not all gay people do that.
Like,
not all straight
give me an
people
example.
do. Like all gay men is expected to do drag. I've heard that before.
Okay.
And it's just like, not really, because some straight men do drag.
I used to wear
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like, you can't, like, also like that whole stereotype, like all Asian people are smart in math. It's like the generalizing of certain things. It's like you have to, for me personally, you have to be very open, because you don't know someone's history, someone's journey.
Is that facts though?
Do you get what I'm saying? So
Asian niggas is mad smart. No. I mean, I've met in my life one Asian man, and I'm just speaking off like I agree with you. I agree with you. Obviously, 100% of Asian men and women aren't good at math, but 99.99% of men that I met in my life were good at math. Like, it was, so I don't know, but I do agree with you. We shouldn't be generalized.
Yeah, but and I feel like it also extends from cultures, because maybe Asian families are very specific and very strict on certain things, and since there's like a lot of communities that have a lot of Asian families, maybe they're just passing down like, hey, get your child into this math program, you know, and that's how it just works. So maybe maybe all of us have known Asian people who are really smart in math, and then maybe some of us have known Asian people who are not really smart in math.
And in some countries, in a lot of countries in Asia, they're not raised like us, where we go to school dealing with what we have to deal with until we decide way later on into our adolescent years what we want to be. Like, in a lot of Asian countries, they ask them, from what I've heard, they ask kids, like, what do you want to be when you grow up, like, at a young age? And whatever they say, they mold them into becoming that. So it's like, so a lot of math is involved usually when kids say they want to be, like, doctors, or they want to be whatever they want to be. You know, because math, I don't know. But here's another question. Do you guys see certain straight niggas and just be like, how are you with the word nigga, by the way?
I'm cool.
Oh, right. Do you guys see, like, certain straight people, like men, and are there men that you know they come off as a little gay, like you think you could twist that nigga out?
Facts.
Okay, so I'm gonna be brief, because this is something that the girls have our conversation about. Okay, so for me, straight men do not interest me one bit.
Really?
It's too much work.
No.
But what if a straight man?
You're right.
Too much
so you're just,
work. I don't want freshly minted gays. I'm sorry. I'm not a teacher. Listen, I am 35 years old. I'm very experienced in a lot of things. I'm not here to teach. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm done.
Facts.
So I don't need to help anyone come out of the closet. I do not need to help anyone in the bedroom. I need someone who can keep up with me.
So what if you do experience a man who's like, he doesn't want to tell you straight up that he's gay, but you really feel like he's trying to tell you like you don't even want to deal with that. You want to deal with like, yo, you're gay. You're gay. Say you're gay. I respect that.
I've had experiences with that before. For that, that's each person's struggle. I'm just not a teacher for that.
Yeah. Okay,
I'm done.
But do you feel like if you were the other type that you could twist certain niggas up?
Of course.
Okay.
Yeah,
Alright.
I agree with that too. I feel like it's a one-time thing.
Okay.
So I would teach him one time, but then I wouldn't continue doing it because there's going to be more and
Can
more
I be honest?
and more.
I have this thing with my friends, so I'll say, oh my god, this guy's really cute, and they're like, oh my god, but he's this. I'm like, I'm not trying to marry this motherfucker. I'm trying to
Exactly.
So they'll find, so there's a, you know. They'll say, oh my girls, oh my god, he looks like this, he doesn't have that.
Yeah.
Because they're looking at it as if it's this long-term thing. I'm like, I'm just trying to sort my Saturday out. Okay? I'm not looking beyond Saturday. Overthinking
Exactly.
So yeah.
Overthinking of like,
I'm not trying to marry him.
Yeah, it's just like he's just a snack right now.
I already did it. Don't rush into it. Trying to get my divorce on. So not no.
Okay, so
yeah.
Okay, how do you guys feel about being like when straight people be like, okay, he's the man in that relationship?
Oh, I hate that.
You want to take this one and I'll take after you?
So wait. Off the bat, wait. Do you both agree that y'all hate that though?
Of course.
It's annoying.
Okay.
Of course.
Oh no, I talked the last one, so you take this
okay,
one.
Alright, so I'll be quick. So first, we have
Wait,
to...
before you go, yeah. I think that, I don't think that's that bad. I want to put it out there right now.
Oh, it's bad.
And the reason why I don't think it's that bad is because you can say the same thing with a straight couple.
Okay, so I'm about to explain why it's bad.
Okay.
So first...
Show me, teach me.
So first, within... this is how I try to break it down for my straight allies. When they ask that, who's the boy, who's the girl? Well, first I have a dick. I'm very happy with it. We play PlayStation on the weekends. We good. Yeah. It's not going anywhere. If you choose to, that's you. Be who you want to be.
That's a talented dick.
Second, shit. But from there, you have to break down roles, and this is including straight people too.
Let's go.
Roles are submissive and dominant. A woman can be a woman who's dominant. The one, and we know women run the house. As my big fat Greek wedding says, the woman is the neck, the man is the head. Dominant, submissive, and that also has different points in life.
Right.
So there are points where like he knows, I'm not just look.
Yeah.
You got this. You got the juice, and there's a point where you will submit and be like, nah, I got you. So first, it's fluid. Second, it's like trying to kind of lump gender and gayness. To be a gay man doesn't mean you necessarily want to be a woman. I love my girls, but I'm very happy with my body.
Same here.
Those who are transgendered, obviously, they feel that they don't, and I am not qualified to comment on that, but I respect their struggle, because to go through the world the way it is right now, it is a struggle for them. But stop equating gay with wanting to be a woman, or lesbians wanting to be men. Yeah. It's dominant, submissive. That's it.
That's very interesting. Yeah. I like that you said that. Yeah. I like that you said that because I have always equated, not like if a dude, like I have equated, not men wanting to be, alright, to me, a gay man is a man who wants to be with men.
Right, that is correct. That is a correct.
But who acts like a woman.
Okay.
I mean, so there's a difference between like the verb and the noun.
Who acts more like a woman than a straight man?
So
who acts more like a woman than an average straight man?
If you've seen some of the hood ass.
Oh no, I know there's hood they are out there.
There's some
I want to get to that.
And I've just anyway, I'm getting flashy. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So I was gonna say, so there's being gay men who like other men, and then there's being gay Just like that's like the culture.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between, because like the gay culture is just like, that's like what we call the scene.
Correct.
So that's like going out to the gay clubs and meeting new guys and walking around with like your handbag and just like just being like very flamboyant, very fabulous, very fierce and very queen-like. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're a woman. You're just being,
not.
You know what I mean? So it's just like,
no, I don't think that the dude is a woman.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's woman-like, just because traditionally the woman has the bag and is walking around like this. Like, I am very well aware that he doesn't want to be a woman.
yeah.
I just,
Some of them do, and some of them
Yeah,
don't.
but I am.
Let's make that clear too.
yeah.
That there's a lot of gray.
Oh yeah, but we're not talking about trannies right now.
Let's not use that word.
Let's get to trannies.
Let's drop that word.
Yeah.
That word is in that community is it is as offensive as
faggot?
and the N word.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and I had to learn that. I had to learn that the hard way
You used to
because
say tranny?
I used to crack just saying it. Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, look,
Yeah, because when I said it as a joke, one of my friends who was like very heavy in the scene of, you know, trying to empower transgender rights and everything, he looked at me like, what did you just say? And I said it like that, and he was like, right, he was like,
okay,
no, don't say that.
All right.
So yeah, so you can call, I mean, transgendered is the official term.
that shit is mad long though. Alright, so
then don't say it.
Trans.
Oh, I can say trans?
Trans.
Oh, so
Yeah.
we're good. So we're good.
Yeah.
Trans is good. Trans is good.
So
Yeah.
wait, hold on. But here's why I don't equate tranny to faggot and nigger. I said it with the ER just because, you know.
It's okay. I'll vouch for him for us Negroes.
Yeah. Dude, I'm black too, stop.
I know. Better than me.
So, alright, so the reason why I don't equate those is because you can say gay men have been killed and like lynched and stuff while being called faggot. You can do that with nigger, but you can't do that with tranny.
Okay, so let's be very correct. Let's review the statistics. Transgendered people have, within their demographic group, have been assaulted and murdered at a higher rate than gay men.
No, but not while being called tranny, right?
I'm sure that word has come out of an attacker's mouth as they're beating them down. Yes, because how did you even know about that word?
All right, well, here's growing up.
Come from
I'm gonna tell you right now. Growing up, the words were transvestite and transsexual. Those were the words with which I grew up.
Right.
I don't ever remember hearing transsexual. I mean, tranny, like until like recently, like maybe like the last 4 to 5 years. So that's why I'm saying, like, has it really been historically like that evil of a word?
Yes.
I always felt like it was just a dude being lazy and didn't want to say transsexual, and he was just like tranny.
It may have come from that. However, you have to think about the people who peddle this hate. The people who peddle hate of that magnitude, they know the ins and outs, the lifestyles, what they do. You think Hitler didn't know how a Jewish person lived their day to day to target them? So the people who target these people, and it's an interesting dichotomy, and I think you might be able to agree with me, a lot of those people who perpetrate those crimes actually they like transgendered people, but they don't want to admit that. We'll get to that whole DL thing in a bit, I guess. But that's an interesting dichotomy. Just like a lot of gay hate crimes are sometimes perpetrated by people who are in fact closeted gay.
It's driven from inside, so they want to study it, do everything about it because they can't do it themselves. So they're gonna go after the person who is actually doing it themselves.
All right, let's go to the word nigger. If he uses nigger to you, can he do it?
Okay,
well,
so
I know you are.
Okay, so I'm just gonna speak for myself.
It's gonna get back to tranny though. Whatever I'm saying is gonna get back to that.
So to speak from myself, because I affiliate all people of color under one umbrella, because which, you know, that could be a whole other topic. I feel sometimes some people in the Latino community equate themselves with Caucasians. But most Latino people are with us. We all, you know, when you look back at the stories, it's always been us and y'all.
Yeah,
because we all have always kind of been the subjugated group. And a lot of us come from the same part of the world. I'm from Jamaica and, you know, Dominica. We all have that tropical, beachy, kind of relaxing. So we have that in common. However, if I'm familiar with you and it's just in Jesse, context is... People keep forgetting context. Now you would know better. You would know me well enough whether you can drop that or not.
Exactly.
So if it's a point where you dropping it like regular, then obviously I'm comfortable. However, in the context of being in a crowd of other black people, I look at you like, no, don't do it.
But you keep talking about context.
Yes.
You know me. So if we're talking about a transsexual and I'm like, nah, he's tranny.
I'm keeping in context that there's a camera right there. Yeah. There are other people outside of the bubble who are seeing this. So you may mean something well, but someone else who's out there, and that's one of the pit traps of information and everything being so ubiquitous in the way it is what I perceive and what you meant is meant something by someone different on the other side.
So could there ever be a point where I make enough episodes of this and be so well known that eventually I can use tranny? The way I use nigga and the way I use...
because there will always be one person who doesn't know you who will be offended. It takes that one person. So, you know, if it's going to offend, don't use it. The English language has so many adjectives and so many different ways you can say things. But I'm saying it in the context of, when I said that, I meant it in the context of a group. Now, yes, I do run the risk of someone on the other side. I'm well aware of that. But this is why I always tend to put a disclaimer behind a lot of things. Just to make it clear, because we live in a society where things are very much little blips and blurbs. We no longer want to see the bigger picture and try to understand it. And I'm talking too much.
But don't you think we would be a stronger people if we just didn't care about words? If we took the power away from them?
We're not at that point yet.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like if I call a woman, I feel like if I call what's the mark, like
7 minutes.
Alright. Like if I call a woman like let's say I call a woman, let's say I call you the B word, right? Let's say I'll be like, yo, you a bitch, yo, for real. What would hurt you more? If I say, yo, you a bitch, like that ass. Or I'd be like, yo, honestly, you're useless. You're worthless to me. What hurts you more? And this isn't you're not supposed to say, you could tell me, yo, bitch will hurt me more. And then I'll just try to come up with another word to hurt you. Because there has to be another word.
I think you're saying useless. Well.
Okay, so if I call you worthless, that hurts you more than bitch?
Yeah.
Okay, so my whole point is, you just proved that bitch really isn't...
Me.
And I know, but you just proved to yourself that bitch to you isn't the worst word you can hear coming out of my mouth.
It's not.
But, I mean, it's still to your point, because you said if it offends, don't say it. I'm still there with you. But I just want to know, like, my whole thing is, like, we're always going to say offensive words.
I think for me, it's like more so it's coming from the person versus the words.
So, okay.
That's very true.
You know, like, if one of my best friends calls me something out of left field and like trying to hurt my feelings, whatever word is being used, it's more so like, why are you saying that to me?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like the person that has the power, not the word.
You're right.
See, so that can go back to me saying, also I could use tranny in front of you, but then that'll go back to him saying, but there's a camera.
But that's
so I'm cool with, like, I have officially learned from what you guys have told me. Like, I ain't using tranny anymore. I still feel like the transsexual community and the gay community and the black community and every community should get over the words that insult them, that make them feel a certain type of way. I still feel like that. I still feel like y'all should get over the word tranny. I should get over the word spick. People should get over those words. But out of respect, I will not use tranny anymore. But if it gets to a point where, like, my whole, like, index is being limited, like my whole glossary, like I can't use shit, then I'm hoping it doesn't get me to a point where I blow up and start using everything. Like, that's how I'm gonna put that out there.
I could just so see him here, like, flipping through the thesaurus, like,
I feel like if it's not tranny now, it's gonna be something else later.
Don't take it to that. I'm sorry, you're
well, I was gonna say, like, I agree with what you're saying, because it's the same thing with like culture, ethnicity, race, you know, like one of my good friends, we talked one time and we were saying like how one day it would be so nice to watch like a movie and ethnicity and race does have nothing to do with selling the story because we are all human beings and that's what it is at the end of the day. And like you said before, we're working towards that and we're not there yet, to whereas those words are not offensive and we can just use them, you know, without it meaning
anything. Do you ever think we'll be at that point?
I was just gonna ask them.
I feel like we can, but I feel like we won't experience it. I feel like, it won't, in our lifetime we won't experience it. I feel like we are the ones that are bridging the gaps for our future generations.
I'm going to disagree with you.
I always know. Every time you put that smile,
it might change. It might change.
Please remember, and it's not disagreeing with your, no, it's okay, and not disagreeing with the sentiment of what you're saying. You're right. I just feel that we are advancing faster and faster as a society. So I'll give you an example, especially that's relevant to our community. And I love that you are taking it with a grain of salt and caution, because we do. You can't be too overly optimistic. So I'm disagreeing with you in like a huggy, friendly way. Make sure I let you know. I think it will exponentially get better within our lifetimes, that if we live to our full scientific life expectancies. Give the example, the Obama administration. When that came in within 3-4 years, Don't Ask, Don't Tell was repealed. DOMA, Defense of Marriage.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, Defense of Marriage Act, which gave the LGBT community the ability to be married, and not just marriage, but immigration rights. So you could meet someone in Europe, bring them over here, and you could be a couple. Which, we can go into that a little later, but that affected my life when I moved to Australia, actually.
Okay.
But I do truly believe that because our generation is starting to come into power, we soon will be the people going to the polls. I don't know about you, but there was fervor for me in this election year to get out. And we're in a democratic state. Of course the Democrats sweep everything.
Yeah.
But we are just becoming more aware because of people like you and you and you who are not afraid to include different people in your lives. So when our parents or someone says, right, and someone says, well, why are you hanging out with him? He's gay. He's gay. I don't care. He's my friend. He ain't doing nothing to me. Our generation has embraced that of live and let be. So I'm optimistic that it will change within our lifetimes, because already it has within such a short span. I went from not thinking I would ever be able to meet a man from overseas and bring him here to now, the world is my oyster.
Damn, that was some good dick. If you
tall, sexy Australian dude. Ooh.
I would do the same thing.
Or good ass. I don't know which one. Like, let's get to it.
It's the D.
All right. So let's get to that. Like alright, so if I don't say, I'm not gonna say like, are you the man or the woman in the relationship?
You want to give him the breakdown of the
Now I want to ask you first. I want to ask you first. Do you take the deals or do you give the deals?
Okay, so first.
No, we have to give you the context. We have to give you the scale.
So
you will understand the lingo of what I'm saying.
So first. I don't know about you, but sometimes for me, when someone's asking, are you a top, bottom, or verse? It's just like...
That's the scale.
Why does it matter? You know what I mean?
Okay,
because honestly, it doesn't matter.
He doesn't know.
Yes, it does matter.
So, okay, so...
do you understand top, bottom, verse, and what I'm saying?
No, I don't understand.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Let's break it down.
Alright.
Let's break it down.
Wait. Can I say what I assume it means?
Okay, go ahead.
Alright, so...
No. Let's give you the real education.
I was about to say, are we turning into like a game show now? Like, get the cue cards. Alright, so Zin for the 2004 tokens. If you get all these answers
right, you're gonna win.
Reverse cowboy.
So, okay.
Alright, go on.
So, the top, so there's the three main are top.
Thank you, because there's
a whole bunch of
little
So, the three main concepts when it comes to sexual stuff.
And I will point them out, so I'll do the demonstration.
So you have top, meaning that you are giving the dick.
Yeah. Missionary.
No.
Doesn't mean that they're
the reason why I say that is because when a woman says I like it on top, then that means
no.
I'm not saying that the man is on top like that.
No,
I'm just saying that.
Well, in this case, he is. But he's
okay.
It's
So
what they're doing.
so what is so top? Being a top is what you're doing. So meaning you're inserting the dick into the asshole.
Right.
So you can be in missionary position, you can be in doggy, you can be in
do
cowboy,
I know that.
you can ride it, you can do whatever.
We can do all
the top is just the guy who is inserting his dick into the ass.
Or the man.
The man.
To break it down for y'all.
Yeah.
You use that term though. Now
I'm just trying. Listen, it's like the UN. I have to break it down. I have to translate. It's okay. I'm
You have to
I'm translating it. Okay, so transparent is every word that has translate.
Can we translate now? Can we translate?
He's gonna be triggered now.
Wait, so the transsexual is tardy. Is it translate? I'm fucking with you. I'm a dad now. Y'all gotta understand. Like.
Okay, so that's the top, and then you have a bottom, the person who is receiving
who's taking
the
all
dick,
the
who's taking all of it, every inch,
all of it.
And then you have someone who is a verse, meaning that he can do bottom, he can be a top,
that's special.
whatever. Then when you go, like when you break it down even more, you have someone who can be just a total top.
Yeah, totally.
Meaning that they only want to.
They only
put the dick.
Want to.
They don't want to receive it at all.
Okay.
They just don't. They would never try it.
Wait, don't touch their ass. They don't want to eat. They don't want you to eat their ass. They don't.
Nothing.
That's the man or the aggressive wrong.
That sounds like that sounds like the homophobic man.
Of course,
straight man.
They usually tend to.
It's like, yo, don't even lick my ass.
Exactly.
They'll cringe if you even touch their butt. Like, oh, what you doing?
And then you have a power bottom, who's someone who only receives it, and they don't like to do. They don't ever want to top. They don't ever want to do anything.
Don't even suck.
Wait, they don't even
suck their dick. Don't touch their dick.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna tell you right now. In the gay community, power bottoms, that's not a go, yo. It's like if you're gonna be.
Who are you to say? That's just how
shit is trash. If I was gay, I'm not looking for no power bottom.
But that's just how they receive their pleasure.
Now here's an interesting thing within the gay community. That's the same.
It's like a woman who doesn't want shit. It's like a woman who doesn't suck cock.
But that's just what she'd like. She might be.
Well, no. That's all right. Wait. Let me break it down in the context.
You said the power bottom does nothing.
No. Let me break it down in the context for the straight community. The power bottom is like. The power bottom is like that girl who does everything for you, like oh. So yeah, so don't get it mixed up. Don't get it mixed up. No,
we're talking about relationships.
Well, sexually they receive, meaning they don't want the guy to suck their dick. They just want them to fuck them.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. But they'll suck their dick.
Okay, no, that's cool.
They may eat their ass. They do a lot of work.
Yeah.
So
but they don't want to receive it.
But they don't want the
out.
I just called myself out. Well, I'm not a power bottom, but I'm close.
Okay, so you're a bottom.
Mainly, yes.
Yeah.
He's getting into the spectrum.
So then, when you get lower, there's a bottom verse.
Bottom verse, yeah.
And then a top verse. So someone who's a bottom verse is someone who mostly bottoms, and then maybe if they're in a relationship, or maybe if they are feeling some type of way, then they will top.
Yeah.
It just depends on how they're feeling and how they want to be pleasured or whatever. And the same thing with the top verse. Maybe sometimes how he's feeling, he's like, oh, if I have a man, then I'll bottom for him. That's how that.
I gotta be honest right now. I'm respecting the gay community a lot right now because we don't have that in the straight community.
Hey,
we don't I gotta find out what type of woman she is, like just by doing a lot. Like if she could just tell me straight up, look, I'm a bottom joint, I'm super bottom, then I'm like, all right, like that's just great. Wait, do you guys discuss that?
We have apps to help.
Yeah.
Thank God. And to be quite honest, Grindr I think was the first.
Why Instagram don't do that update?
And Growler.
Yeah, we have a whole bunch of apps, but. For us, the internet has been a boon for the gay community because for us, it's been a lot of trial and error going to the clubs. You see someone you like, and then you get to the bedroom, and it's like, oh, you're a bottom too.
Yeah.
Oh, you've been in that situation?
Hell yeah! Hold on, all the bottoms, all the time. If you've been in
that situation, you guys should welcome the so you're the man in the relationship or the woman in the relationship.
No, because
it'll make your life so easy.
No. There's a difference between gender. Yeah, there's a difference between gender and the position you play in the bedroom or the relationship. Like I said, I have some female friends who run their relationship, and the dude is cool. He doesn't feel like he's any less of a man, but he's like, nah, she got this. I'm cool.
Exactly.
And I'm sure she runs it in the bedroom too, and he's like, damn, bitch.
Yeah.
Let's. It's not always about gender or gender.
Yeah, it's about being
the girls say what she do.
dominant.
So that's just to kind of clear that up.
That's like Donna. She didn't do shit.
Yeah, because but Instagram.
She didn't want to walk.
But
I'm
that's
like, yo,
because,
what the fuck's wrong with you?
But that's because Instagram isn't exclusive to straight people. So you're asking why they don't do that update? It's because gay people use Instagram too.
So just make it for everything then.
I agree with you. I wish social media would like get.
If I knew Donna didn't give WAP, I would never talk to her.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna bleep the name out, but I
don't care. Keep that.
No.
That's more views.
And then there's oral only.
Oh, I hate oral.
I know, me too. It's just like, really?
I'm not coming out of my house to travel an hour for a booty call to just suck your dick and then go home disappointed.
Wait. There will be men out there that
who say oral only.
Yeah.
I put in my profile no oral only.
Yeah.
What the fuck makes you think I'm leaving my house, getting in a lift to suck your dick to go home? I'd rather stay home and jerk off and call it a night. And I gotta work the next morning. Like, come on, man. The fuck? How selfish are you?
I agree.
Break out the lotion in a Bounty paper towel and leave the rest of the world the fuck alone.
Yeah, that
drink to that.
Don't leave that. Just saying.
Okay, so I mean, I don't know if I asked you this already. Do you guys consider anything that's not outright gay to be gay? For instance, if a man likes to get fucked in the ass by a dildo being shoved in from a woman, would y'all consider him gay, or would y'all be technically correct? Or would y'all choose to be technically correct and consider him a straight man who likes to get fucked in the ass by women? Obviously, technically, he's still straight, right? Because he's getting that done by a woman. But would y'all, in your heart, would y'all consider him straight or gay?
I know, word like that.
I mean,
you want to take this one?
No, I just took the last one. You take
Okay. So, in my opinion, he is still technically a straight man.
Yeah.
In your heart?
In my heart, he's a straight man.
Okay.
Because it's okay. Here's the
that nigga gay, but I do respect that.
No. So here's why I feel that way, even in my heart. Straight people have you guys have had so many millennia of social norms, courting rituals, all that you're kind of stuck in what you can do.
That's a great point.
Because for
the woman does this, the man does this. It's kind of restricted, and people rebel against that, and that's why if you go on YouTube, my Vinster, you'll see videos of it's a straight man getting fucked in the ass by his wife. He wants a woman doing it. He doesn't want a man.
Okay.
That's the differentiator.
Exactly.
Okay. Now I don't know, maybe if he does want a man but can't get one, then that's a different story. But there have been very healthy couples who decide to explore their sexuality through all means because it's theirs. You're married or you're with someone. So no, anal does not necessarily, because I'll ask, a comedian said this and it said it best. Dudes, how many in here jerk off? Okay, so you're touching a dick.
Facts.
So you're gay.
Yeah, to some people, yes.
No, because you're touching your dick.
I'm touching it right now.
And you jerk off too, right? So you're gay because you're touching a dick and you're getting pleasure from touching a dick. I mean, mind you, it's your own, but come on, think about it.
And the same thing with watching porn.
I'm just saying.
That brings about a great question. That brings about a great question.
People gotta come.
That I've asked my niggas this, and they always like, their initial reaction is like they don't know what to say. If you have the ability to suck your own dick, are you gay? My answer is I don't fucking know. You got a dick in your mouth, but at the same time it's your dick, so like you touch it.
Would you what if you can?
I don't know, yo. I don't know. Crazy. If I can suck my own dick, y'all might not need any woman.
Okay, time out. So once again, let's break down the definitions. No, let's break down the definitions of how things are. To be gay means you're attracted to other men.
Other men, yeah.
It's not talking about the right. It's not talking about the genitalia. To be bisexual means you're attracted to men and women. To be a lesbian means you're attracted to a woman, whether that woman puts a strap on or not. So stop, separate the act from the attraction.
I agree with what you just said, to be clear. But a lot of men out there would tell you no. If you suck your own dick, you're still gay.
Because that's the social constructs and the social pressures.
Okay.
But that doesn't divorce a fact from a fact. Exactly. This is the problem. People put too much. There's emotion that does need to be put into things, but too much emotion gets put into things. I'm sorry. I'd rather worry about getting my coins and paying my bills than worry about what Tom, Dick, Jerry, and whoever is doing. It's not my business. Exactly. As long as you don't get in my way, we're good. Yeah. But a lot of people have too much time on their hands, and they're focused on the wrong things when there's bigger issues to focus on.
Exactly. All right, two-part question.
I agree.
There are people out there who truly feel like no one is naturally gay, and that they have just been conditioned / programmed to be gay by what they see on TV and ads or by other gay people. Do you agree with this to any degree? Meaning, do you feel like there are some people who would be straight by choice had they not been influenced by others or TVs or ads?
Okay. So...
Yeah. How do you feel about that?
I mean...
Do you feel like you two, do y'all feel like y'all are naturally gay, or do you feel like y'all were once straight and were influenced? And I want y'all to be as honest as possible. There's no right or wrong answer.
I'm gonna let you talk because I got a lot I gotta say.
Okay, so from different time periods.
Exactly. And they're from different cultures too.
So I honestly, in my experience, I've always known I was gay. I didn't know what the word was or how to differentiate how I'm feeling. Did I have a girlfriend at one time in high school? Yes, but only to fit in.
Okay.
I wasn't, it was very awkward, to be honest. So...
Did you ever kiss her? Did you ever make out with her? Did you ever take it further?
No.
Alright.
Because then after a while it just became like, what am I doing? I don't know what I'm doing.
Okay.
And it started to raise a lot of questions for me. Like,
that's interesting.
Yeah, like, I can pin something out. Like, when I was 10 years old, one of my aunt's boyfriend, we were all in the house chilling, and he had underwear on with a wife beater. So I thought that was like, huh?
Height. You got height.
Like, this 10-year-old boy is just like, ooh, like, what's this? Like, this is so nice and so cool. But I never really acted on it because I'm like, this is different, this is weird, this is not what I'm supposed to do. I'm a boy, I'm supposed to like women.
That's tough, man. To be in that position is tough.
Yeah, so as I grew older, like, it was more of a suppression versus me trying to accept myself. So as I got older, everyone in high school had girlfriends, and girlfriends had boyfriends, and I was just like, oh, I want to have that too, because I want to fit in.
So from what you remember, you have never been sexually attracted to a woman.
And if
you've never gotten hard from a woman. Okay.
No. And that's just my experience. Like,
I respect.
I admire women, and I think women are very beautiful. Like, I'm like, ooh. But I'm like, oh, I want your hoop earrings, and you know, like, I'm more so like admiring her, her beauty, because I feel like everyone has beauty in them. But more so sexually attracted, a man would just, you know, like, if I see a man walking around with like a wife beater and like his muscles coming out, I'm just like, And that's how it's always been. Even in high school, there would be other teenage boys that I was around, and like I would get to know them as friends, but then it would be something more. Like, I'm just like, oh, I kind of like you more than I'm supposed to, but I would keep my distance because I'm just like, this is not what I'm supposed to do. And then obviously as I got older, I started to realize, oh, this is what this is. I
like what you brought up about that wife beater shit and stuff. Like, if you see a man, even if he's straight, you'll still get turned on, is what you're saying, right? I like that because a lot of, like, I don't understand. I find it very weird when straight men get super annoyed when a gay man, like, gives them a look like you know,
but that has everything to do with,
it's like, yo, you should be complimented, yo.
Exactly.
Like,
that has everything to do with that man versus us, because
he can just slap your ass or grab your dick, like, he just looked at you. Like, I don't understand what the big deal is about that. Like,
okay, so I'm ready to unload. You ready?
Oh wait, let's drink break. But please hold that thought.
Did I answer the question though?
Yeah,
I did,
that was
right?
really good.
Yeah, you did.
Like when I was growing up in high school, like I always thought it was I was trying to figure out what does it mean to be gay and like liking other men, while other people just thought it was just a trend. Like, oh, it's cool to be gay, so I'm gonna be gay too. Yeah. So then that's
that
different.
Happens now a lot.
Yeah, so that's the difference between
With
it
women.
being natural and then being influenced by others. Because maybe they just think that this is cool, so I want to be cool too, so I'm going to try it, and I'm going to say I'm gay, versus someone who is really, like, naturally gay, and is trying to find that out for themselves.
So do you feel like someone who's trying it, do you still feel like they have to be gay to a degree even to try it?
Like, if someone's, like, curious about it?
Like women, for instance. Like, I am under the impression that there are no straight women anymore. Like today.
Oh, the perfect straight male trope. Okay, carry on.
Carry on. I mean, like.
I'm gonna tell you why I feel like this. The reason why I feel like this. Wait. Before we even get further into it, do you think I like that concept or do you think I don't like the concept?
As I said, it's the perfect straight male trope.
Okay, well, I don't.
Meaning that there's a causality effect with that.
Okay.
Because straight men run the world. Straight men like to see two women.
See, that's not from where I'm coming, but
once again,
okay,
context is king. So you may not, but I tell you, when I scroll through my Vidster feed, I don't know, it starts up on the straight side, I gotta click it over to the gay, there's usually 9 out of 10 times, 2 chicks going at it, or a dude and 2 chicks. So,
so
I get it.
So
I get where that comes from.
Well, for me, it comes from just every girl with whom I've been has always given some kind of notion that she would go gay for her. And I'm like, dude, I would not say, or I haven't yet felt like I would go gay for him. So if you would go gay for her, just come out and say you're bisexual.
Well,
so where does that?
Because
so,
I never gave you that.
Yes,
mama.
So
first of all, you don't have to. First of all, you don't have to because we already know what you've done. So like,
yeah, but I'm saying you said every woman you've been with gave you.
But you don't have to tell me you would go gay for someone. You've already gone gay.
No,
you've already gone.
Experiencing something and going gay for someone to me is totally.
No, it's just a term. Like they're not going gay.
Meaning like trying it out with someone.
Yeah.
So I mean trying it out. I don't mean they would go gay. I mean they would do the gay act. I'm sorry. Alright, technically speaking, I'm not saying they mean that they would turn gay. I'm saying they would go bi, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, well, the term is going to the gay side for this person. Like, it's a pass.
Right,
it's a pass. So let's address that. First thing, sexuality is on a spectrum. And that's another notion that people don't realize. Your sexuality is on a spectrum. And some people spend it mostly on one side. They stick to the side. But there have been instances where people are in the middle. And there are some bisexual friends who I have, just like our top, bottom verse, whatever. They have a scale where they're more bisexual towards men. I have a friend who he's bisexual towards men, but he married a woman. And it's a healthy relationship. Because he understands from what he wants from his life, only a woman can give him that, a child. A home in the capacity that he wants. So, so, you know, we have to stop looking at things as locked into these boxes. It's a sliding scale.
So, yeah, agree with me when I say no one is 100%
absolutely
straight and no one.
And I'll tell you why, I've been with women.
Oh, you fucked women before?
Of course.
So come on, we getting somewhere.
I know, hold on, that's why I was saying, hold on, I got a lot
and I'm not laughing in a celebratory way, just in case y'all know.
I've got a lot. So, once again, sexuality.
So you got hard for a woman?
Yes.
Okay, and did she like?
I was pretty damn good at what I did.
Okay, so when you say you had sex with a woman, you were the top.
Of course.
Yeah. I don't know. She could fuck you in your ass.
No, yeah. She was. I enjoyed. So
okay,
let's just break that down because I know some people. I wouldn't. I've learned to never say never.
Oh, I respect that.
Never say never.
See, because my friends try to come at they try to play me the other day where because I had this story right what was the story that made my cousin be like, well, maybe you just haven't found the right nigga. Wait. Okay, because I had a story when I was about to fight some dude.
Oh, and then
some dude with like halitosis or whatever, but that's irrelevant. But I was like, remember back in the day when like you step up to somebody and you were like this?
Mm-hmm.
So we stepped up to each other at the same time. We went like this, and like our lips like just touched each other. And I was like, holy shit! Like the beef was over, like just that fast.
That is the best way to defuse a fight.
I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, so what the fuck you trying to do? He's like, what the fuck you trying to do? And then we was like, what the fuck? And like the shit just, and we were like, whoa! And like the whole class saw us, and we were just like, yo, I want no beef with you.
Yeah, that is like a Curb Your Enthusiasm moment if there ever was one.
But so my thing is, so then afterward, I was like, but I'm not gay. And the dude and my cousin was like, well, maybe you just haven't found the right nigga. Now he said that as a joke, like to, like come in, like, like trying to make it seem like I was gay. But I responded, maybe I haven't found the right nigga. Because like I'm comfortable enough to know that I can't see the future. Even if I've never been gay, well, except for that day. Even if I've never been gay, and that's a joke. But even if I've never been gay,
we have invested your gayhood, so no, your past has been denied. I'm sorry. Yeah. Try again. That's not kidding.
So my whole thing is like, yo, like straight people, please start to understand that you do not know your future self. Mm-hmm. These people, they don't know their future selves. Mm-hmm. Like,
because I agree with, like, I can't say never. Maybe in the future, I might find women attractive later on. Maybe, like, I don't even know. I know what I am right now, and I know what I like right now, but it can definitely change.
And the reason why I say that is because I know personally men who have gone to prison and now fuck niggas in the ass. And that is how it started.
I know, right? It's like something like that.
Because gay,
I know, it's funny.
Like, don't ever get into like narrating porn. You just do terrible.
Well, I know them in the ass. Yeah, well, that's what they did. But I also know of men that started off doing that and now they're bottoms. So you never, and these were like straight edge, straight people. You see what I'm saying? So, and I've also known of a story, we've known of a story of a dude who saw transsexual porn, who he didn't know that the chick had a dick until he was already into it, and then it was just like he didn't even know that would turn him on, and now he
don't know if he didn't know.
And now I know, but and now we don't know. Now damn, you made me lose my train of thought.
Now we don't know
Oh, now, like, the point is that porn, the fact that it caught him off guard, now he is into transsexuals. And so that, to me, brings him closer to the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same way he didn't know he was into transsexuals, he might not know that he's into men.
Well, we have to boil things down to the simple fact of just letting people... I have the golden rule.
Like, just be real.
Be yourself, as long as you are not harming yourself or harming anyone else. Yeah. That's the golden rule.
And I understand that being yourself is hard because of the stupid society that places stigma around, like all these, all these people.
But that's why sometimes you yourself can sometimes break that stigma.
Exactly.
Yes.
Let's get back to that topic. So, to go back to the question you had before regarding, like, is someone, like, 100% naturally gay or or is it something culture? So, as was said before, sexuality is fluid. Mm-hmm. So, when it comes to influence of is someone born gay or not, there is scientific empirical data that it is genetic. Okay. People will tell you it's not. But even to that, there are degrees. Mm-hmm. There are nature versus nurture studies out there that have proved that underlying genetics, control a bit of what you do.
Okay.
But you still have to juxtapose it to an environment. Mm-hmm. So I love the example that you put where you were like, you knew you were gay, but your environment didn't allow you to. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And there's a lot of examples out there of men who've been in relationships and leave the marriage in their 40s because at that point they're like, I can't keep doing this.
Very interesting.
Nature versus
And
nurture.
I want to bring about a story. One day, I remember, I don't know if I was like 5 or 6, but I remember I was getting into an elevator with my mom, and there was a dude. He had a motorcycle, like a motorcycle jacket, and the dude looked fly. So going all the way back then, I remember telling my mom, "Oh, he's cute," and she smacked me in the mouth and was like, "Yo, don't ever say that shit again," right? Now, I wish I knew, well, to this day, I don't know if I only knew the term cute for saying fly, or if I thought he was cute. You get what I'm saying? Like, or if I thought he was handsome. I don't remember that far back, but I do remember that she smacked the shit out of me. So I don't know if that smack, if like she smacked the gay out of me.
No. Okay, stop. How old were you?
I wasn't trying to be funny. Just
no, I know, but how old were you?
I think I was like 5 or like.
What the fuck does a 5-year-old know of vocabulary? Yeah, how many
of what you hear?
Right. How many instances of kids, and you have kids. How many times have they said things like mispronounced words and it came out inappropriate?
Exactly.
You don't know any better. Yeah. Maybe that's all you knew, and not only that, but you grew up in a home that spoke 2 languages. I take it, right?
Yeah.
So.
Right.
You now are a 5-year-old who's jostling
Spanish, exactly.
with 2 languages.
Yeah.
So
I said
once again, but think about it this way. Now as an adult, if you were to say to your friend, "Oh, he's very handsome," like,
that wouldn't matter. Yeah, it wouldn't matter.
Right, but you're a child. You don't understand the context of what it's in. But once again, society, your mother did not want a gay. So no,
right.
I don't think there was a gay slapping out of you and that, and then no. Right. You were just a kid who saw something. Once again, when you have to stack the evidence and make valid conclusions from it, we can't just fly off from emotions. This is where people get killed and oppressed, and people are feared for no reasons. Like, just to take it back to this current fucking administration, you know, that the country's gonna be invaded by migrants. They're 1,000 fucking miles away from the border. What are they all gonna fucking fly? Come on. So we gotta keep shit real. But
so do you want to keep adding on to your point about
so what happened?
Oh no, I was saying the point.
Nature versus nurture.
So nature versus nurture. There are a lot of, there's so much complexity to it, and I get it. As humans, we can't wrap our minds around it. Either we don't want to wrap our minds around it, so we just go to what's easy, or we try to, and it's just insurmountable. We barely know enough about ourselves, and we live in our bodies. There's half the time we like, what the fuck was I thinking? And you live in your body, much as people external to you trying to figure you the fuck out and not hearing your internal thought processes. We have to get away from the first thing to do to get us to a society, and this is not just a gay thing, this is just people. We have to strip away those constructs. It's not just black or white, it's a shit ton of gray in between. And gray we can't. So there is no, I myself believe that there are gay genes in the human genome that express themselves more in certain environments.
Okay.
There are cultural and social constructs.
When you say gay genes, do you mean feminine or you mean gay?
Meaning the okay, so let's strip that word down. In the term gay means a man attracted to another man. It's not about masculine or feminine. So that's another thing we gotta strip away. So meaning a man, biological man being attracted to another biological man. That's the breaking down of the term. There are genes that express that.
Just like there are some genes that might have cancer.
Right.
And you might get cancer based on maybe your environment. Right. Maybe you're around too much radiation or something that just like triggers it.
Now nature, let's go back to nurture. You may have more expressive gay genes, but you live in a society that does not allow you to express them. So what happens? You don't. You do things that just keep things moving. You'll get married, you'll date girls. Are you happy? You may find some happiness for it, because I'll tell you one thing as dudes, when you get that nut out, it's out. I'm good. I don't care what hand, fleshlight, ocean, lube,
facts.
Come on, man. Like, we all got
Alright.
Let's keep that real.
I'm glad you brought up that point about jeans. There's something that I've always wanted to, like, not always wanted to, but I have been I've watched porn before. I don't know if any of you straight men watching out there, but does this happen to you? I sometimes get turned on by a man's dick if it looks like mine.
Ooh, interesting.
Does that make sense?
When you make them look, be like, what? That's how you know.
Like if it's the same size, if
you made them be like,
interesting.
Look, like if it's the same size and the same girth and it's the same, like.
Why? Because you feel like it's you.
Because I feel like I could.
There you go. I was about to say that.
Yeah,
that's transference. That's called transference.
Okay.
Like when you're watching a movie and you see someone who looks like you, you are gonna be more interested because now it makes it more believable,
and
like
more relatable.
And that explains the whole issue with diversity in Hollywood. I can't relate to this movie if I don't see someone who looks like me or acts like me. So no, let's keep that in context. Okay. It's actually transference.
Yeah.
So it's more believable because it looks like your dick. Yeah. I've seen some porn where the ass looks like mine, and I'm like, yeah.
Exactly, same here.
just scroll through my Vidster porn collection.
How do you know how your ass looks?
You take pictures.
Oh, but I didn't know if you could actually do it.
Go in front of the mirror, get naked, and
I'm
turn
going
around.
to take a fifth on this one. For the sake of those people who know me, I don't need to know that much. I'll probably already know if you're my real friends, but I digress.
I think I already brought this. Okay, would y'all get offended if I say jokingly that there are certain words, actions, circumstances that are gay if my reason is that they bring about a soft, womanly, or gay feeling? For instance, to me the words twist, moist, tipsy, and Latino used by men is fucking gay to me.
Yo!
Really? Latino?
You heard that? Like my man, just say Latin, yo. Like we talking English, why you say Latino?
But Latino and Latina comes from the language.
But you're a woman, that's
I think a lot of people say Latino.
Anyway, the point is,
Latino means that you're referring to a Latin man.
Yeah.
And then a Latina is like a Latin
Latina
woman.
Still gay. Just say she's Latin. If we're talking English,
I think that's more of a thing.
I'm sorry, but what dictionary were you reading when you were growing up?
Come on, yo, nigga saying he's alright, Mark, here's what I ask you.
Okay.
If we're at a party and some dude goes up to you, right? And he says, yo, I'm lit. Another dude goes up to you and he's like, yo, I'm drunk. And then they comes up to you and be like, yo, I'm tipsy. Who do you think you can fuck? Thank you.
Actually, no.
That face wasn't for that.
Yeah, the face was because I'm recalling it. It has happened in real life.
Yeah.
I usually would end up going with the one who's lit, but then again, that's just me.
But lit is kind of like gay too. Like I'm lit.
Yeah.
Oh, you see.
Oh.
Now we're getting somewhere here.
However,
well, like for me, I think fruity. Like when someone's like, oh, like me, I'm like, oh, I love fruity drinks. That's just me. Maybe I can get where you're coming from. Like there's certain words like Ashley, she would be like, oh, Nick loves fruity drinks. You only drink like tequila and pineapple.
Yeah, she could say that.
You know what I mean? So like she's saying it like because it's me, like you know what I mean?
Yeah,
but I get what you're saying. Like certain words you can be like, oh yeah, that's a gay word, but I feel like that's more so like just maybe more of a relationship. Like maybe that's more so people just being funny and just having that relationship that they have with one another.
Yeah.
But for in the bigger picture, I feel like having certain words that I'm like, oh yeah, if I said that you like fruity drinks, I'm not saying it in a gay way. You know what I mean? It's just like the fruit is in the drink.
Right, but if three men come up to you and one says, oh, this is a cocktail. One comes up to you and say, oh, this has some seriously fruit. This has some fruit flavors in it. And the other one says, oh, this drink is fruity. Like, I like this fruity drink.
Okay, I'll be like, I'm in room 304. All three of y'all meet me. Anyway, I'm sorry.
I don't know if people still do this, but I'm going to tell you why it annoys me. Like, alright, so a lot of people thought in the past that AIDS and HIV is like a gay disease, right? And I can see why they thought that in the past was because a lot of gay niggas was getting that shit and a lot of lesbians was getting that shit. Now, the reason not like even if a lot of them like mostly are getting HIV, I want you to really think about why that is, right? Why do a lot of straight people use condoms? To be honest, in my opinion, it's not as an STD risk. It's to not have kids. So if you're gay, you know you're not gonna have kids with gay sex. So that's the reason it's like, yo, just use your brains, yo. If like obviously you're gonna have more HIV and STDs within lesbian and gay communities because they're more because everybody wants to have sex. Nobody wants kids. Like while come on, let's be serious. I got kids. I don't want kids. So
yo,
like no, but like that ass. You guys have to understand. Just start putting yourself in like fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Like, okay, so I'm really happy that you said that because once again you're now putting an argument in context.
Right.
It makes sense and it's true. Also, because I told you I've done work with HIV awareness before, and you know, just to break down to the science of things, the rectum wall is a lot more easier to break, and then, I mean, those of us who've done your proper, so it carries over. The vaginal wall is a lot stronger. It can take a lot more of the friction that occurs. Yeah, the vaginal wall. Yeah, so I mean, women who engage in anal sex also are at higher risk too if they have sex without a condom. So that's just the plain physiological body science of it. The rectum tissue is just much thinner, so it can rip. Therefore, allowing.
So can we finally officially get to what you guys are as far as?
Oh yeah! Wow.
Yeah. What?
You go first.
So I am a total bottom verse. So I am the one who receives. There are some points where I give, but those are usually in intimate relationships. So,
okay.
Yeah. For me,
Same here. So I've also actually been exploring recently. Just you know, because before I used to be a verse, and then I had my ex-boyfriend. And he was just a total top, so I had to always bottom. And then after him, I thought I can only bottom and never go back to being a top. And then I had an experience, and I was just like, oh, I can do this again. Okay. So it's just like the different experiences and different things that you go through that I don't know if you can agree with that.
Oh, I totally agree.
I know. So I can agree with him right now. Like I feel like I'm a bottom verse. But I feel like I would only be a verse if I'm with someone who I am in a relationship with.
Yeah. So pretty much, okay. So you're a bottom verse, and you're a bottom verse. I mean, you're a
power bottom
slash.
You better stop before my grinder starts blowing up. Okay.
That's crazy. So what is Grindr? Could you guys talk about Grindr for a second? It's like Tinder for gay people. Is that what
actually, let's be clear.
Yeah, let's be clear.
Grindr came first,
then
came Tinder. Because of Grindr, there is Tinder and all the other plenty of fish. The gay community started the geolocation dating shit.
Exactly.
Wow. Once again,
for Adam.
Yo, respect what you do. Like
we at our community, because once again, I look at him. I don't know what he is. Are we compatible? It was the easiest way for us to reach each other. It's anonymous. Well, not anonymous, but it's a little more. You know, I can't just walk up to a dude and start hitting on him in the middle of the street because people, oh my God, kids around and stuff. So it was a more secure way for us to connect with each other as gay people.
What is party and play? What is that?
Party and what?
Party and play.
PNP.
Oh,
oh, so you know what that is?
Yeah, I didn't hear you.
I was hoping. I want one of you guys to learn from the other today somehow. I want one of you guys to like disagree.
Well, we did.
We did?
Yeah, we disagreed on my thing.
He thought that we wouldn't see change in our lives, and I thought that it was.
Okay, so what is, okay, so I want to get to the point where there's a term that one of you knows and the other one doesn't. So you guys both know party and play. What is that real quick?
You can say this one now.
Okay, so party and play in general is a broad term. However, colloquially in the gay community, it's having sex while on crystal meth.
Okay.
I don't look. If you choose to party and play,
it sounds lit.
That's you. No,
That's all I'm doing.
Oh. I'm saying it sounds lit for that moment.
Just let him explain.
Let me explain. So, if you choose to party and play, that's good on you. Make sure you are. If you're going to point, which is the new thing I just heard about, which is basically injecting the drugs into your veins, make sure you change your needles and be safe.
Yeah.
If you're gonna party and play, make sure, and it's hard to do because I understand when you're in that zone, you don't think of it, just think of your safety. But party and playing is basically, you're high on drugs. A lot of the time it becomes a bender where it can go 4 days. Where people are smoking crystal meth, drinking, fucking, but bottoms have had anal prolapse that basically your hole falls out. It's very addictive. It's destroyed lives. I've had friends who've gotten really sick from it. It like any drug.
You did lose me on the asshole falling out thing.
So the sphincter is a muscle.
Oh, so it's like
so too much stuff has been going on.
You can no longer
muscle
contract.
Relaxes and it actually starts to come out. And there you have to have a surgery to.
So it's like
you broke your hole.
It's like this thing. What's that shit from Ace Ventura at the end with the football player? Where he's like, you either have a case of this or.
No, that's hemorrhoids. That's different. That's different. You can get hemorrhoids from having too much anal sex like that, but the anal sphincter is only such a.
So it's like an elastic that you can break.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in that case, the tissue is just damaged so much so. There is such a thing as having too much anal sex.
Yeah.
There is such a thing.
Yeah, there's too much.
With women, there is such a thing as having too much vaginal
sex.
The vaginal walls do.
What are the terms?
Have the elasticity.
Okay, what are some other terms that I might not know? That are exclusive to the gay community.
Ooh.
The first one that came to my mind was poppers. Me too.
Okay.
I had to buy a new one the other day.
Oh my god, they've gotten so expensive.
So
like,
expensive.
It's like a tank of gas is cheaper than poppers.
Right.
Okay, so let me explain poppers.
That's like a male vibrator?
No, bitch. So poppers is.
It's basically nail polish remover.
No, to make it legal, they call it VCR head cleaner or nail polish
or
remover.
headliners.
Yeah. So what it is nitrobutyl something.
Sulfate? No, not sulfate.
No, not sulfate. Nitro.
Glycerin?
If I had my whole bag with me, I would have pulled it out and showed you.
Yeah.
But it's this thing that you take up, inhale. So it's a liquid. So it's a very pungent or very strong scented
liquid.
liquid.
As soon as you open it, you can smell it.
But how is that?
How does it affect you?
Yeah.
Okay. So when you're having sex, it lowers your blood pressure and it gives you a temporary head high.
Okay.
So what that does for your body, though, physically, it relaxes your muscles, including
you can take more
anal. Yeah, you can take more D. Or as a top, because I have tops who like it too. It numbs the sensation so they can fuck longer.
Yeah.
Okay, so it
works for both.
So it's not super exclusive to the gay community. Straight people can use it. I want some terms that are super exclusive to the gay community.
Well, we call it poppers. Straight people don't call it poppers.
Yeah.
Poppers is still very prevalent. Okay. It used to be prevalent in the clubbing scene when people were coming down from their when they were doing or stuff like that.
And they would just take another whiff and then they would go back.
So what are some things that you would like to share with this heterosexual community that you just really want us to know? Like, because I don't know, like, is there anything that you just like, yo, you guys are, like, just, I want you guys to know this about our lifestyle. Like, this shit is lit because
we're fierce and fabulous, nah.
I want you to realize that we're just people too.
Exactly.
Okay.
We have hopes and dreams.
I would hope everybody knows that.
We have limitations, and certain limitations that you straight people don't think about because it's easy for you. Like I'm gonna say something. I would love to have children, but I can't. Just say, well, why don't you go with a woman? Well, there's more to it. I believe there's more to that. There's social limitations. There's perception limitations. At the end of the day, gay people don't want to take over and be the overlord rulers who will accessorize the fuck out of you. You probably may not hate that. But we just want equality. We want to be looked at as other productive members of society who are giving back. We are carers, we are uncles, gay uncles, we're brothers, we are sisters, we are just like you with the same struggles, the same uphill battles, and the same hopes and dreams. So when we can take that label away and put the label of human, and we're all human, and I know that's pie in the sky, but this is what separates us from the animals on the Serengeti. That's what makes a human. The ability to think beyond nature and have concepts that are above them and above their current existence.
Exactly.
Okay.
I agree. We're just like you.
That's interesting, which leads me to this question. Being that you're gay, and you are forced to have an open outlook, like a new outlook that most people don't have, you know, being that you can understand that you're different, does that make it easier for you to understand other different people? For instance, a child molester. The reason why I'm asking that is because it's just, to me, a logical question as far as like, if you're forced to...
You want to take this?
I mean, the first thing that came to my mind was a child molester has some type of psychoses.
But they would say gay people have psycho, like that saying.
Okay,
wait.
Let's break this down. Once again, context is king.
Yeah.
And I'm thankful to you actually that you bring this up, because this has been one of the latest dog whistles in the media trying to come for gay people, and I'm not
That's why I'm
having it.
bringing it up.
So, first thing, a child molester is an adult taking advantage of a child who does not have the capacity to consent.
Exactly.
That's the first thing. Gay people are two consenting adults choosing to engage in an act.
Or two kids. Go ahead.
No. So, but that's my point. Has to be a separation. Now, being a gay person, understanding where other people come from, fuck yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, which straight people can do also.
Right. And what pisses me off, and I'm going to localize it to my community, especially the African American community, I don't understand how my people don't have that figured the fuck out. We are one of the most objectified people in the world, yet we are some of the most, like, insular. I get so much, I tell you, when I was first coming out as gay, my white friends were way more welcoming to me than my black friends.
Now,
and I don't understand that.
Now, do you think they were more welcoming to you because you were black and they were afraid of the black man getting all like angry? Black man?
No, because in their society they have certain constraints that are not there for people of color that allows them the room to be understanding.
Yeah.
When you don't have to worry about your child being shot or drug dealers and gangbangers running around your house, you have room to be accepting of a whole lot of shit.
Do y'all have any questions at all? Anything that you ever wanted to, you know?
Something that just...
I mean, obviously we all have, you know, we know gay people already, but like...
I kind of forgot. what was it?
I'm pretty sure they've answered a lot of your questions already.
Yeah.
Because this is crazy. Alright, so are y'all saints or whores?
Or
Alright.
trying to be a saint, but
trying to as well.
I mean, I'm a saint due to my situation, but you know, all my life I've been a whore.
She looked like she'd fuck you up too.
Facts.
I'm with you.
well, we're both whores. Like, do y'all believe in marriage? Well, not believe in marriage. Would y'all get married?
Yeah.
I am already married.
Yeah.
I got married
Congratulations.
No. He probably may see this. It's not you. We just didn't work. It's okay. No.
Oh, the guy from Australia.
No, no. That's no. This is another guy who was here in New York. Last September, I got married. By Christmas, we were done.
What happened?
I'm not going to disclose that because maybe there may be pending litigation. I don't know. But I do believe in marriage. I just think that you should do it when it's right and for the right reasons, which seems like common sense. But love is a very beautiful, confusing, frustrating thing. So,
anything else you guys want to bring up before we end this? Let's see. Okay, what are your views on the questioning of the relevance of gay pride? Why no straight pride? I think that's just dumb. I think that's as stupid as White Lives Matter. If you're asking why is there no state pride, like you're just a fucking idiot. I'm sorry, and I don't like to respond like that because I don't want to be dismissive, but at this point, I don't even have the energy to answer that question.
Yeah, I can't believe that was going around gay pride this year. I was shocked when I was reading this.
I will tell you something about gay pride, because I work on, I don't want to tell you what, well, but 5th Avenue around there. And these niggas got balls in gay pride. Like, they, like, you know how I'm always the one to be like, yo, like, it's just gay. Like, they're not going to try to rape you, or I felt like they were going to try to rape me in gay pride. Let me tell you, there's an alley. You know, we don't have to get into the story. But let me tell you, if you, all right, I'm going to say that to say this. If you are in the closet, all my friends, any of my friends, if y'all in the closet, go to gay pride. It will help you come out the closet.
Yo, I agree. Look, it's true. This is scary, or not scary, but this is interesting. I actually went to the first gay pride parade I went to was this year.
And get out of here! You worked at American Apparel?
Yes, but hold on. I was in the American Apparel working. I wasn't out enjoying the parade because I've always worked jobs where I would get the Saturday off. And I'd go out and get shit-faced, so I never made it to the parade the next morning.
What was going on? Did you feel like looking out the window, like you just wanted to...
Fuck yeah.
I could imagine.
Well, you were in the stockroom, but I was... Oh yeah, I was like, it's okay guys, I'm gonna ring.
That's it.
Yeah, let me ring up that shirt. Yeah, no,
I remember I went when I turned 17. That was my first time I went to gay pride. But I was still like exploring, so I was bisexual at the time. That's what it was.
We all started that way.
Exactly. Yeah. And then I didn't like it because I didn't like the crowd. Like I didn't like too many people around me, so I was just like, I can't do this again. But when you go with people who are really fun and like your friends who accept you and like they are really supportive and they want to have fun too, it becomes a whole different experience. And of course, when you're over 21.
Yeah.
So.
if there's a man who is straight, but he likes transsexuals, is he still straight to you or gay to you? And I'm asking because there was this rapper named Young Buck who recently got caught getting his dick sucked by a dude.
Okay.
By a tranny. By a transsexual. Yeah,
right.
It takes time.
You know, and I commend you because you quickly corrected.
And so people, I came at him because my issue with him was because he put a video out and he's like, yo, for all these niggas who think, you know, who I don't know what y'all think y'all saw, but that wasn't me or whatever. My whole thing is just like, yo, dude, like you're in the clear now. Like you could come out and you don't have to come out as gay. You come out as being as liking transsexual people. Like you don't have to. My thing is like you already. That should have been like your alley-oop to just like, you know, just first of all, if you don't want to get caught, just shut up. Like it'll go away. But now if you want to put a video out about it, like condemning people who are saying that you like transsexual people, it's like I don't know how to feel about that. Like I know how I feel about it, but how do you guys feel about that? Like is he to you, is he gay or is he a man that likes transsexuals or and what do you recommend for him to do? Because I'm sure there's a lot of pressure, his being black and a rapper, you know what I mean? Like what should he do in your opinion?
I think he should okay.
I know that was a long-winded question.
No, that's a perfect nature versus nature versus nurture example.
Yeah.
I'm losing it right now. I think he should. Obviously, he can't say what he really does. In my opinion, if it is a man who likes a transgendered, let's say, who's fully transitioned, so everything is now a woman. Okay, by the definitions of heterosexual, that is a woman, so he's straight. If they haven't completed or don't want to complete that transition, then I guess bye, because technically you have components of a man and a woman I mean, this is what I'm saying, there's a lot of, we need to separate gay, masculine, feminine, we need to separate these words for what they really mean and stop co-opting terms. oh, he's so girly, he's so gay. I know some of the girliest girl gay guys who will beat the shit out of you. Don't make that mistake. A lot of there's just so much gray that people need to start using this up here. We don't use this enough.
So would you get upset if, like, let's say a man jumps over a puddle, like, and he didn't mean to look like a ballerina, but he did, and I'm like, yo,
that was totally. I totally did. Yeah, so I guess that's a giveaway, but yeah.
So would you get upset if I'm like, oh, yo, the way he jumped right there looked mad gay. Looked mad gay. What do y'all feel about that? Yeah, I should look mad gay the way he did that. Like, all the way he dunked that ball looked mad gay.
I would just be like, I would roll my eyes. I'm just like,
yeah.
So it does offend you.
It's annoying to have to, like, cause then okay, like, for example, if I be like, oh, you hit like a girl, you know what I'm saying? Like, how would you take that?
Well, men are naturally, like, on average stronger than women, so I would take it as I hit you softly, like you didn't feel too much pain.
You didn't answer his question though.
How would I feel?
You just broke it down into a term. He's asking you
if he said I hit like a girl,
how you feel.
If he said I hit like a girl, I would take it as you hit me softly.
That's how you would feel? That's not how you. How would you feel? Like, if I said
would you be offended, or would
I wouldn't think you're telling me that I'm a faggot or I'm gay, or I wouldn't take it like that at all.
Okay.
I'm being honest with you. You know.
It's more so like associating words with like actions, like just because.
I don't think that's. Wait. Before we get any further, I don't think it's. People should say that though. Like,
we understand the context of it, but I hear what you're saying.
Do you know what I mean? Like
I would rather.
When someone says, "Oh, you hit like a girl," or "You punched like a girl," like. Why do you have to associate those type of like behaviors with a female?
Right.
Versus like, why are you associating him going like this?
Oh, so you're saying that's more of an insult to women then?
No, it's an insult to the actual understanding, right, and the words of it. So to associate, there in our society, certain things are equated with gay, with the word gay.
It's like the man up thing,
right?
Yeah.
The way the girl got mad.
Well, I actually have told a lot of women to woman up, so. But I know what you're saying. You're saying
like the way she felt about it. There was like a girl that on his Facebook or something.
Yeah.
And he said, man up is not that serious. And she was like, I just don't like the way.
He told her to man up? Or what?
It was just the way like. It was the way she just took it as like you just degrading women.
I can understand that if you tell a woman to man up.
I agree.
Like, so what does that mean? You know, the connotation of that is that being a woman is not as strong as a man. So you need to stop being a woman and be a man about it. Because women are
weaker. And that's the same idea with gay.
Right.
Like being, oh, that was so gay.
But
so you're trying to say that he's weak.
But we're speaking in a physical sense. Like if I say, if you say, like, yo, you're throwing like a girl. Like, I don't know. Like if I tell a woman you're throwing like a girl, she's not a girl. She's a woman.
So no. You're getting lost on the deep end there.
Yeah, please.
So. Keep it in the context of what.
Like I can tell a woman you're throwing like a little boy. She's still throwing weak.
But nobody says that.
That's true. That's true.
You throw like a girl. He is so gay. These are common popular terms. That's the problem, and they have a direct and specific meaning.
Okay.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
It's not you going through the dictionary and coming up with your own terms. These are terms that are said in pop culture. They're said on TV. They're said in movies. They're said within conversations. Remember back in the day, no homo? We all know what that means.
Exactly.
Go back to the 1930s and say to someone, no homo, and then look at you like, what are you talking about? Hey, what is this guy doing? Come on. We cannot negate that. You throw like a girl. There's a specific and pointed meaning to that. So he's so gay. Meaning he's not a man. He is a fruity tooty looty whatever.
Exactly.
So hold on, let me look at the letter.
I could
So you, with that, you get the same sentiment as you throw mad gay.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Because
so if you imagined the average gay man to throw a ball, do you think it would be like the average straight man or like the average woman?
So
in terms of actual mannerism.
Okay. You want to take this to shit? Hold on. So hold on a second. So what is the average gay man? Please break that down.
Okay. So
what
the
is the
average gay man? Yo, I'm scared right now.
Be very afraid.
Yeah.
Choose your next words very wide. No,
okay, no. So the average gay man.
And that's okay.
No, you just got me. But think about it.
You just got me.
What is the average? What is? We all have different definitions of what the average gay man is.
Yeah.
So
because right now in society, the average gay man is white, very
feminine and flamboyant.
Very feminine and flamboyant, and is like.
You said you
averse to doing any manual labor.
You're saying
oh my god, my nails hurt. Oh my god, I want to listen to Britney.
Wait, you're saying that as a fact, or you're saying that as the common stereotype? Which one are you doing?
That would be like in America. That's what the average gay man looks like.
Like for example, I mean I know this is probably like left field, but like recently there was a movie called Love, Simon. It was about a romantic comedy with this guy who thought, like, he knew he was gay, but he didn't come out. The character was white. He was a white boy, and maybe masculine, feminine, in between or whatever. But that is what they thought. This is what average gay love story would be. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I didn't see it because I'm not relating to that because I don't see myself as that white kid. You know what I mean? Because I had different experiences, he'd had different experiences. Right. So that is what people are trying to fit into that category. Like, this is what the average gay guy would do in this type of situation. And it's the same thing with, like, black and white. Like, you know what I mean? In Asian, like, that movie, Crazy Rich Asians. It's a really good movie. You know what I mean? Like, it really, like, stripped away all of that Asian stereotype and just made it seem like this is what two people go through when they're in love. And these are the obstacles that they go through. Exactly. So that's why stripping away that, oh, that's so gay is important because that's not what that means. You know what I mean? Like,
I think that's the one thing that's going to be the most difficult for me to change is that, like if somebody, like, let's say somebody, like, gives me a write-up at work, you know, I don't have a job, like, where I get write-ups, but I'm just saying, let's just say, I'll just be like, yo, this dude was mad cool with me in the beginning. And all of a sudden, like, we got new management, and like this nigga's mad gay right now. Like, he's giving me writers.
Okay, so I'm glad you said it that way. So let's turn the question around to you,
please.
So what is the implication of saying he was mad cool? However, so now we have a contrasting sentence.
I can see a woman doing that to me. Is what I'm saying.
Hold on.
Oh,
one step at a time.
Jumping.
So what? Now, look at that sentence. He was mad cool before, he gave me a write-up, now he's mad gay. So let's break that down.
You're saying that I'm saying that being gay is not cool.
It's even more pernicious than that, and this is where the problem is. Let's break it down. He was mad cool. We're good. He wrote me up. Consequence. He's mad gay. Result.
That's exactly
we are now equating some of the smallest things. Oh my god, that bag looks, or oh my, you know, certain things, oh, that's so gay. Gay is being twisted into a negative light.
That's what I was
So imagine if I was like, oh my god, that shirt is so gay, it's so beautiful. See how the sentence is constructed.
Oh, that goes back
positive. Yeah, it's a positive. It's but no, when have you ever heard someone say that shit is so gay in a positive light? Please, give me an example when you can think of one. Because I can barely think of any. Exactly my point. That's the
no, I can think of some.
Okay, go ahead, indulge me.
If there is a closet homosexual, you know, how do y'all feel about homo?
Oh, I'm fine with that.
Okay, so if there's a closet homo, how do you feel about that? Did you get offended at all? He's a closet homo.
If someone were to say that?
Yeah, like
No, because I would
really.
I mean, we
to
call
me
them
that's like
DL.
tranny.
Yeah, DL.
To me, I would assume that y'all would see that as tranny.
But how many times? Okay, so
Because you're shortening the word.
let's add. It's not about the words. It's the meaning behind the weight behind the word.
Okay.
How many closeted homosexuals have been beaten up and go, "You closet homo"?
Right.
As they're trampling him. I can't think of any reports. There may be.
All right. So getting back to the positive light, I have some dude that I knew. I have a friend who used to work at McDonald's, and I just felt like he was He was in the closet.
Okay.
And so I could talk to him about it and be like, you see, like this dude's in the closet. Like I fuck with this nigga because like this nigga's just gay. Like he's gay, but this dude is like, you know, he's like, it's like yo, just. So that's in a positive light. I fuck with him. He's gay.
Right,
but you're also.
How often is it said like that?
Oh no, not often at all. So I think what I said is a prime example. I'm just being technical as far as I used it in a positive light.
Well, understandable. But here's the problem, though. There's not enough of that going on to negate. So you being enlightened, because and look at the context you put it in. I have gay friends. I like them. I have no problem with who I am. So it's easy for you to have that happen. And for those who are gay, who know you, it's easy for them, oh, that's just saying cool. Instead of like, oh my God, he's a homophobe. There's a difference, you know?
Then you're being that changed.
So getting back to the status, if you call your girl bro, you might as well come out the closet. Now we're getting back to that. To whom do you think I was getting there? Like, do you think I was coming at gay people with that status?
No.
To who do you think I was coming at?
Straight people.
Straight people that do what?
Who are homophobic.
Yes! I'm glad you said that. And who do what?
They
call their girls bros. So, like, subliminally, I'm trying to defend girls who don't like to, or women who don't like to be called bro. Because I've heard a lot of women like, yo, when this dude calls me bro, it's like, I feel like he's just talking to one of his niggas. Like, you know, like, but not in a good way. Like,
oh, okay.
You know,
that's different. That's different.
So,
but I would not imagine. I don't make. It doesn't make sense to me for a dude to call his girl bro. I mean, if it's like a jokey kind of manner, and it happens like every far-flung kind of like tongue-in-cheek. But to be like, bruh, can you make me dinner? Like,
what are you talking about?
Like, you know,
even if you're straight. And
is it recording?
Yeah. If you're straight, you're obviously gonna be in relationships or do things with women, right? But in this world, they could have gay brothers, they could have gay relatives. So you're gonna have to deal with that regardless. So how you gonna be with somebody?
Deal with what? Like, I don't get.
They're gonna have to deal with their issues of gay people. Like
oh, cause like you're being offended for your brother. You're saying, who's gay?
No, like if you're in a relationship with a woman, or if you know girls, they obviously gonna have gay brothers or gay cousins.
Yeah. Oh, so you're saying you should be more accepting to?
Yes, because that's disrespectful to the person that you're with.
Well, I love that you're thinking so idealistically, but if we know anything about cultures and societies, it's not.
It's not.
So good on ya, and please don't change. But there are a lot of when you look at the dichotomy of how families work.
I have gay brothers, so
but that doesn't necessarily mean that's maybe a best case example of an accepting together family. But there are families that are dysfunctional actually, and that is one of the sore points of that family. And just coming from the Caribbean, I mean, come on.
Yeah.
I was born in Jamaica. Don't even get me started. I literally was this close to rescinding my citizenship until they told me I was getting land. I was like, fuck that shit. I'm gonna start my But that is a perfect example where there are families that are kind of it's still very much taboo to go about that. So those conversations are not had. You know? And trust me, I'm a living example of that.
This is ignorance.
Do any of you have any advice for people who want to come out the closet but they're afraid?
I mean, my advice was something that I've learned growing up. The greatest success you'll ever have in life is simply just being yourself.
Okay.
Yourself, when you're yourself, everything else aligns with you. You know what I mean?
If you feel like you're in an environment that's just like so primitive and will react to you in like a violent way, what would you suggest? To get out of
I
there?
feel like the best case scenario, it may be hard, it may be really tough, and you may go through a lot of obstacles, but removing yourself from that situation will definitely help you get to where you want to go for yourself. Sorry, scratchy. But it's basically, at the end of the day, as human beings, how we survive is basically feeling safe. You know what I mean? So if you're in a violent environment, then the best case is to come out, feel safe, and then build up upon yourself. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I beautifully said. I agree. Definitely, we live in an age now where information is more readily available at your fingertips.
Mm-hmm.
Use the internet. There are various message boards, forums of people who have gone through the process of coming out, and it's a great resource to find on things you can do. Make sure you always protecting yourself and that you're safe.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that discovery of oneself and love of oneself is very crucial.
Mm-hmm.
But that's, I mean,
it's not easy. It's not easy at all. Like, it's hard, and that's why, like, even someone who works with young people, from the age of 2, it's so important to instill those like concepts in their minds, like, you can be whoever you want to be inside. Whatever you feel is inside of you, that's how you plant the seed and it grows over time.